Hey guys, welcome to Dio's Garage. Today we will be installing a digital thermostat. We are replacing our analog thermostat that's in our RV. We have a Coleman Mach series AC unit, and I went ahead and bought the digital version of our analog. As you can see, here's our analog version. Here's our sound bar for the TV. And to give you a picture of the width, so it is a little bit wider than, it's the same height, but it's just a hair wider, maybe an inch wider thermostat. So what we're going to do is replace it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing we need to do is take the cover off of this. You want to make sure you don't have power on your AC unit. We're running the 12-volt lights. I'm going to unplug the RV, make sure there's no power going to the AC unit before I start popping this cover off and messing with the wires. Okay, brought a small blade screwdriver, real tiny, to get into here, pop the cover off. You could probably do it without a screwdriver, it's just much easier just to pop it off with a screwdriver. So we need to remount, and I believe we can use the same mounting brackets that's on our old units. It's just is pretty much the same thing. It only has 2 screws, where you put 2 screws in. Now we need to take the cover off for our other one. Okay, it's time to take the old thermostat off, and we have it right here. There's tabs on top. Just need a small flathead screwdriver, pry it forward, and it just comes right off. And we have the thermostat. We got the 2 mounting screws. I'm going to go ahead and take those mounting screws out. And the second mounting screw. Go ahead and take these mounting screws. And make sure you have no power. I already unplugged the RV. So we're going to work quick, because it's probably going to get really hot in here. Thermostat comes right out. And see what kind of workmanship we have here. There's probably just a little piece of plywood, a really thin piece of plywood. That's all that's here. And we have our wiring, crimp catnaps on the wiring. So and you can see here the wiring doesn't actually match up with this one. So what I'm going to do first is, these are all crimped on, so I'm actually going to cut. And I have a video of how all the wires are, and you might want to take a picture so you can see. So we got the white red stripe, we have red white stripe, so it goes to the red and to the white. And we had the blue going to a blue and a white, which is interesting. I'm not exactly sure why that is. It's probably, we'll look at the schematics and see. And we have this yellow, so we have the gray going to a yellow. We have another going to a green to okay, so the wiring here is not the same as the wiring in here, but all we have to do is match up. So this thermostat should be wired the same. This thermostat has the same wiring, coming out of it, that this one does. So whichever one I take off, I'm just going to take them off one at a time. Probably the furnace. So what I'm going to do is cut these one at a time, wire this on temporarily. Let's see how much wire we have here. We have tons of wire. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with the green. Let me strip this wire. It's really tiny. Looks like a 22 gauge wire. And they're not stranded, there's solid wires. Or you can use some small cap nuts on these. So I'm hooked green to green. And if you see here, they're actually labeled where they're soldered, so we know this is green. And if you're like me, I'm just going to put this on here for now, just to test. And I'm going to put this cap. So that one. Now we're going to do the gray. And this gray is going to this yellow. So don't know why. That's how Thor has this coach wired. Okay. Gray to this yellow. Okay, so this yellow is going to this. So we're going to put yellow on. So we know we took that yellow off. Put it on here. We got the red going through this red and white. So I'm going to put this red on here. It's a heavier gauge cable, and it looks to be threaded. Yep, it's a threaded cable. It's 12 volt. All away from each other. These aren't going to stay really well, so I'm going to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and cap all these off. Which is fine for temporary hold. Okay, so this blue and this white here is going to go to this blue. Strip these. Not very good mounting, as you can see. Last, this is right in red, going to the white. Alright, we've got the old one undone. All the wires are out. Strip this. Wire it in. Cap it off. Okay, all wires are hooked up. The room here is 89 degrees. It is pretty warm. So we have 12 volt power to this already. That's why I decided to go ahead and cap this off. You can see here, it's now 91 in here. Let's power this thing on. So if we look on here, you know, set everything to auto. This is in the middle to off. So I'm gonna hit cool. And fan speed is low. High. Low fan speed or high fan speed. So we are on cool. Now I probably don't want to do this. I have it set on 72, but it's already hot in here. I need to check and make sure the furnace kicks on. So I'm turning it on heat. And I'm not sure I can get it up as high. Let's see if it'll kick on the furnace. Okay, I got it set on 98. And we have furnace kicks on. And I don't want to run the furnace. So I'm going to turn it off, tie it up. I already got all the wiring tied up. This actually can use the exact same mounting holes. Goes right in. And as you can see, it's pretty hot in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. And I'll come back later and mount this a little better. These will strip out really simple. If I put any pressure on, so I won't. Do that, put the plate on. Alright, time to cool. Degrees in here. 89. Alright, so I needed to cool off. Let's do it. Get it cool.